It's not standoffish, none of that.
Counterculture, baby.
Oh, lady inclusion.
At what point do you stop considering it a clitoris?
Farts in a barn.
This show's gonna be great.
You all think I have cancer?
Beehive enthusiast community.
So he could fit in a corset and blow himself.
Non-rolling sperm donor.
Why would you say that, Joe? You asshole. You're such an asshole. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Sensible Sociopath. My name is Steve, and you're watching episode 46.
Woo! Wow.
I know, it's crazy.
It's almost 50.
We survived to 46. Always producing, the master of production, Roma.
Hi, guys.
We are live on YouTube. And if you're listening on our podcast, you should be subscribed to YouTube.
Yes,
Damn
you
it.
should be.
Listen here once and there twice. So we're in, day 10 or something of quarantine? I guess depending on whether you self-quarantined prior to being told you have to quarantine.
Right.
Most of us are under some sort of a mandatory curfew.
I mean, I've been quarantining myself for a while, but I just got, I guess you could call it laid off. I think that was today my
Roma,
first day
I had
off.
to lay you off. Okay.
Well,
You're going to get everyone sick.
I'm working for free now.
Yeah,
That's why
right.
I have gloves on.
Oh, all right, good. Prostate exam and Roma's doing a little extra on the side. What's that Norm Macdonald joke about jerking off punks under the bridge for $15 a pop?
I haven't seen that one.
It's a good one.
Everything he does is good.
It was a late night sitcom one, I think. No, it was from his podcast. Anyways, so we hope you're watching with us from a safe location where you are with your loved ones and your friends and none of you are sick.
Ideally.
That's the best option right now. If
You
you
know-
have the choice.
I want to preface this.
Mhm.
So we just switched computers,
Yes.
and so there might be a little hiccup here and there.
Roba, I think that intro went flawlessly. It's like no sound, and then suddenly, everybody.
All right. So just so
It was a
you
little
know,
rough.
it's a little, yeah. There's so many things that you don't realize happen until you have to make it happen again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You take so many things for granted, Roba.
You really do.
Like not having a pandemic, you take that for granted.
You really do. You really do.
Take it for granted. It's a rock.
Okay.
It's a rock joke.
I was going to say like a countertop.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very nice. Durable.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
L-
Oh,
Timeless.
Did you bring your measuring stick?
Way to bring it up, Roma.
figure-
I do have a sort of measuring stick. And
As long
speaking
as
of
it's not
which-
your dick.
No. Oh, Roma. Geez. That's
We
too
were-
far
we were
for people to be away from each other. Be like, oh, I can't even hear you. You know.
Stella Sin says she's sitting in judgment.
Oh, shit. Hello, Stella.
Yeah, quick. Like, look professional.
Do some self-grooming. Well, Roma, first thing, are you interested in a snack? And now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've made an installation
Okay.
in the studio. We've been upgrading everything. And this is our cooler / UV light produce box. So as you can see, it has a radiant blue glow, indigo, you might say.
Okay.
And what happens is cancer comes at me from this box. I had to apply a thick coat of sunscreen prior to the show to keep myself from getting melanoma of some kind.
Don't do that.
Yeah. In all of this, 'twas the UV radiation that killed him. How ironic. So you'd like perhaps
Yeah.
a clean snack?
Yeah, I've been fasting. I'm starving.
All right.
Sounds
Now-
like cowbells.
It sort of is.
What is happening?
I've rigged a contraption.
Okay.
Rova, we're going to die. Oh my God, we're stuck in here. Holy shit. Oh no, I turned the box off. Did I break it?
Maybe unplugged it.
I don't know.
It only needs to be in there for 15 minutes.
All right. Well, I hope you're right.
That's what China says.
Root beer or Coke, cherry Coke Zero, Roma?
I have a root beer, so I'm going to go for cherry Coke.
Okay. So there's one.
Okay.
Coming your way, Roma. Coming at you.
Hold on.
Now it's about 30 feet long so that you can get well, we're that far away. That was pretty awesome.
This is
the
actually
best idea
really
ever.
awesome.
And then I have another little secret gift for you. And this is
Ooh.
it's piping hot, Roma, so be careful.
Okay. From the radiation?
Yeah.
Is this that week-old bacon that's been sitting on your counter?
I've re-upped it.
So it's a newer piece of
Yeah.
bacon?
Roma, it's as fresh as bacon gets. They used to eat this on the frontier. Single serving, delicious bacon.
So was this like, is this no touch? What are restaurants doing now? They're doing like the no touch food prep.
It's really hard on the prostitutes. That's like a lot of the job.
I mean, I do love pork.
Yeah, totally. It's delicious. It's good for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think somebody's broken all of our things. Who was that? Damn Chinese sneaking in here.
Stella says she wants bacon.
Well, they're
We have
individually
bacon.
wrapped. Yeah,
You should come down here, but you can't because we're quarantined.
that's right, Stella. Are we going to risk our lives for you? Absolutely. Guess
I would
you'll have to stay.
I would risk my life for her, except for, I mean, I'm just not willing to go there.
Now, Stella, I'm just going to let you know, I do have a purple mattress. Not that you would ever see it, but I'm just saying it's super comfortable.
I heard they're really
If she
comfortable.
has to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which she would. I mean, she's quarantined.
Because you're going to sleep on the couch.
Totally.
There you go.
First rule of quarantine.
Sleep on the couch?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stephanie said that it's a baking condom.
Yeah, totally. That's
Did I-
awesome. That's a great idea.
Did I do the story about how, what was in Australia, they were doing condoms for putting, yes. They
And I was-
sold out of condoms because they were telling them to use condoms to put on their fingers to touch things with.
I believe my comment was something about all the buttons covered in spermicide and lube.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You know how many PIN numbers you'd get wrong? You're like, huh, whoa, yeah, whoa.
Too much lube. Well, yeah. Would it make it easier or harder to count cash, though?
Oh,
Like, you know how they wear those little rubber things on their fingers when you go to the grocery store?
I
Some
betcha.
the hardcore ones do.
yeah.
Do you think it makes it easier or harder?
I think it makes it funnier if they have to lick their finger to count the money.
Good point.
Yep.
Good point.
The real deal there.
Funny story. So my work actually just got closed down the other day, but prior to that, they kept upping the ante as to what was allowable. And so one of the bosses, my boss's boss, came in and they came in to get rid of the chairs so that way people couldn't sit there. It would just be to go take out orders. And they had some it wasn't a pamphlet, but it was just reading material as to, you know, what the procedures were, blah, blah, blah. And so she goes to hand me one of the procedural papers and she licks her finger and grabs it, which I know is just habitual, but I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. Dude,
Yeah.
this entire time, I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yes.
Everything that I'm around, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Well, and then if you do make a mistake, then you're like, oh, what do I do now that I've touched something? And when was the last time I washed my hands?
Oh, dude.
How many things have I touched?
I know
of
when the last
everyone's?
time I washed my hands was.
Well, and how many, you know, how many things have I touched of my own that I would have to wipe down? And eventually you just go, fuck it, you know?
Right. Hey, I want to give a shout out.
All right.
So Lisa is in the chat room from Texla True Crime Podcast.
Ooh.
And she said she's learning so much about bacon and lube. Hashtag the more you know. You're welcome, Lisa.
Is she Generation Z or is she a millennial?
I don't know.
Because I think the Generation Z is really catching on to the more you know thing. And I don't know when the last time NBC did that.
For at least probably early 90s, maybe.
Do you think they brought it back for the Trump hate? They're like, Trump grabs women by the
Pussy.
more
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we-
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't know.
I wasn't trying to think of the
Leave
word.
it out.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Nailed it.
What's the problem?
Yep. Sorry, I
Anyways,
had lube on my finger.
hi, Texla True Crime.
Yes. Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Um,
Ooh, Graceful Grizzly's here too.
oh, snap.
Hi.
Everybody, we're having like these big crossovers, and we're going to have to start doing some crossovers with
Yeah.
some people because
Yeah,
we've been
definitely.
getting a lot of requests.
I don't know that we're a lot of people's speed.
Probably not,
We're kind of like the crazy uncle that everybody cringes at.
but he's really fun.
He is really fun, especially if you get, a few beers in him.
Oh, yeah, totally. Or get a few beers in them so they'll relax,
There you go.
take off their underwear, and relax with their uncle.
I mean, shit happens when you party naked, so.
Yeah, totally. And Graceful Grizzly. They're all big players in our book.
Lisa says she's Gen X. I'm OG, the more you know.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, so
We are
she
too.
knows the more you know.
Yeah.
Like that was a big thing.
Yep.
She's like LeVar Burton reading rainbow shit.
Yes. Yes.
That's some good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Did you know that he has a podcast where he reads to you?
What?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
going to
what I
follow him
heard.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
I
And
really
then
hope he has an Instagram.
I hope he doesn't work any of the Roots thing in there, and not the band, but him getting whipped.
Oh.
as
Was
Kunta
he in
Kinte.
Roots?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
When did that come out?
That was, I remember in our black neighborhood, I was told about it a lot. So I think that was back in
That's
probably
hilarious.
the early 90s
Early
or
90s?
something.
Okay. That sounds about right. Was
Maybe.
Oprah in that?
She was in The Color Purple,
Okay.
which I don't recall the exact plot line of that, but it was that white people are bad and, do bad things. So,
Right.
which is true.
I mean, we've done some bad things
Yes,
for
absolutely.
sure. Yeah.
Now, do I take the blame for that? Not
No.
all of it. Some of it. No.
Margot says, hi, Uncle.
Oh, hello, Niecy Margot.
Niecy Margot.
Yeah, I saw someone with the name Margot that was Margaeux.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, I was
No.
like, you pretentious.
No. What? X? How did an X get in there?
Like Thoreau, Thoreau didn't have the X on the end, but like that French way of spelling things.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephanie says ants are crazy too, and I do not disagree.
Yeah.
I had this really crazy aunt.
Uh-huh.
She's an artist,
Okay.
and she's brilliant.
Yes.
But fucking wild. She is one wild bitch.
And have you hung out with this aunt in the recent past?
It's been God, how long has it been? A couple years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
in a
Anyway.
fun way though. I think
Oh,
artist
super
crazy is
fun.
really
Oh yeah,
can be fun.
absolutely. Margot says it's French.
Yeah. Is that an actual name, Margot, though? Like, did they just take a shortcut on this Margot and not spell it the way that everyone thinks you're a pretentious jerk from Montreal?
Nobody's ever heard that before. I don't know that that's.
I've seen it.
All right.
Yeah,
How did you know they spelled it that way?
because it was written. I saw it in an email. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah. Who dat?
Graceful Grizzly says, "Shout out to us avocado toast eating millennials."
Oh, snap. Avocado toast eating.
I'm a little embarrassed now.
Yeah. I haven't done that. I mean,
Oh,
not
it's
that I'm a
delicious.
millennial,
Oh,
but
it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things that's ever come out of millennials.
Avocado use.
Yep. Absolutely.
But avocado toast in general.
Actually, I had a story last week that I didn't upload this week, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently there is like gang feuds over avocado fields in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. The cartel,
Yes.
since they've lost some of the drug market, I guess.
Yes.
Avocados have been such a hot commodity that
I mean, literally killing each other
Yeah.
over it.
the Sinaloa cartel.
Maybe.
Yep, they're the big dogs.
Yeah. Well, the way that let's see, Margot Hemingway spelled it that way,
Oh, okay. Well, then he killed himself,
and then
I'm happy.
he killed himself. I went and visited his grave one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I left a little tiny miniature baby because people leave little things, little trinkets at his grave, and all I
Okay.
had was a miniature baby.
Okay.
So I left it there.
So there's just a bunch of garbage all over his grave.
Honestly, there wasn't that much stuff there.
Okay.
There was a small thing of peach. I think it was Jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
One of those little mini ones. There were a couple other things, but the baby was what really made it.
Bacon's good.
Bacon's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had a bag full of eggs. Or sausage gravy.
Dude, I'd be down with sausage gravy.
All right. Next episode, Roma.
Yeah, we should have breakfast.
Yeah.
What's it? Brinder?
Brunch. Yeah, it wouldn't be brunch.
No.
Brunch
'cause
you get
it's
drunk
breakfast dinner. That's a thing.
Din Fest.
Megan likes our gloves. Hi, Megan. We miss you.
Oh, hello, Megan. Megan, Kirkendickel.
Kirkland? Her thing says Kirkland.
No,
Kirkendickel.
Kirkendickel.
Yeah. Are you going to see? The problem is that there's a quarantine on right now.
What?
What?
What's this?
There's
About a quarantine?
There's a quarantine on it. People have probably just tuned out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna say I don't know if they're gonna come Sunday. We'll have to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm willing to risk my life for this podcast, Roma. Mm-hmm. And I'm also willing to risk your life for this podcast.
Oh, good.
More importantly.
Well, there you go.
Perhaps we can get a larger coffin-sized UV radiationer.
I mean, we could. We could maybe. So like, there's like a foyer area of the studio. Maybe we could turn that into some kind of like decontamination.
Or we just fill it full of those lights and we make them stand in there until they
Yeah,
start
15
burning.
minutes. You only need 15 minutes.
They'll just come out smoking like a vampire that got caught in the sun momentarily.
Margot says not that Hemingway. And it says Margot, that's spelled with the X. Hemingway was his granddaughter.
Wait, what other Hemingway is there?
I don't know. Stella, since she said she's hungry, makes sense.
Yeah.
But do you have any bacon? Is there bacon in the stores right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen some stores that were saying that there was only a couple, like you could only like limit what you buy, but I think that was more for purchasing like toilet paper and stuff. But I don't think anyone's stopping you from walking out with a bunch of bacon. And bacon lasts for a long time, both cooked and uncooked. I think because of the curing process.
Yeah. I ate raw bacon one time.
Did you?
It was delicious.
I imagine you could.
Yeah.
Wasn't too greasy.
I mean, it was from Whole Foods, so it was like...
Eee.
I
I don't like hippies touching my food.
That's probably good. I don't know. He was pretty burly. He didn't seem like... he wasn't a soy boy,
Yeah.
the guy that sold it to me, so...
Yeah, he's all judging you and selling you meat. So, there's mushrooms over there. You're like, ugh.
Stella says she bought 4 pounds.
Of bacon?
Yeah.
Why isn't she here?
She's a bacon girl.
All right. Mm-hmm. More to love. Well, I think that there's a lot of, most things are still there. There's the only things I haven't seen. Okay, they were out of veggie trays. So I like getting those veggie trays.
Okay.
It's all already cut up for you and stuff. It's very low maintenance
Okay.
food.
Yeah.
And it's very festive. Like even when I'm alone,
Yeah.
I still feel like it's a party
So you do
atmosphere.
buy those.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never actually bought them for myself.
Oh, no, it's great. And then you just sit there and then you gorge on it. And then your bowel movements will be different shades of color depending on how you stack your vegetables. So you'll have
Interesting.
green and orange portions and things.
Yeah.
And it has this nice
Because
lubricating.
that's how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, your body separates it like cud. But it comes with this great lubricant called ranch dressing. It's my favorite lubricant.
Okay.
I buy condoms with it on there, and then I push buttons. And then I get bit by a white trash vampire. You know, Roma?
Yes.
You know
I
how those
do.
white trash vampires suck the ranch right out of your bones?
No, I don't actually know that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's this whole thing.
I was just being agreeable.
It's a cosplay thing.
Nice.
Roma, when was the last time you were agreeable?
It's been
Just kidding.
days.
You freak out. Yeah.
So Grizzly says Roma looks like she knows some back alley hippie bacon vendors.
Yeah, with a sweater vest, or not a sweater vest, a jean jacket vest like that. you've probably either got hookups to heroin or back alley bacon.
What? No.
Bootsy Collins back alley
Sid
bacon.
Vicious, acid all day.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had, we're not going to go there. So Steph says eggs are gone. All those bacon people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and did you know that you can coat your eggs in mineral oil and they will last much longer?
Really?
Yes.
Because I was just thinking about it today. My fridge smells weird.
Okay.
And I took out everything that should theoretically be rotten.
Uh-oh.
But the Coronas.
Yep.
You got the Coronas. We
That's
should
the
be
first
drinking
time
Corona right now.
Yeah. That's the first time that's come up on a podcast, I'm sure. Someone coughs or sneezes.
Don't you have a cough button?
Yep. It's right here. I was turned the wrong way. Ugh, no.
Do you need to do it again for the effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
That was still the wrong camera. Maybe you're right the first time.
No.
There you go. All right, one more time.
Sorry,
was
guys.
awesome.
Just practicing. These times.
Like I said, there could be some hiccups.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
We've worked this all out, obviously.
Oh, my God. That was
100%.
great. You actually might have gotten it right the first time, but I didn't look, so
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
yeah.
I don't think we turned on record either on this. Ooh, you know what? No, I don't want to mess with it.
Okay.
Um,
Rona? Who's Rona?
Rona, Maisha. Rona?
Misha Rona.
Her name's not Maisha.
It's not Misha?
Yeah, it's
I
Maisha
always
Rona.
thought it was Misha. Huh.
I'm thinking of Dexy's Midnight Runner.
My hands
Sorry.
are getting sweaty.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, could be a fever, or you could just take the gloves off.
Okay, wait, I want to do that. Wait, how did you do that?
Yep. That's what I do with condoms too. They just fly across the room.
Oh, gross.
I'm just kidding. I don't wear.
At least they don't have the. What's the powder they put in them?
I don't know.
Is it silicone? There's something because it'll say like, "Oh, are you allergic to this?"
Okay.
Actually, my hands feel really soft because I just put lotion on and then I
Mm-hmm.
put those on and then they like got all sweaty and they're awesome.
You can put some bacon grease on. That's back when I was watching Book of Eli. You know, the one where spoiler
This is
alert.
kind of greasy.
That's from the cleansing process. You know how those people that get too much sun always look really greasy? Those ladies with the cleavage, that's all.
Stephanie says my Roma.
Oh, yes. We'll have to come up with some Roma shirts.
Steph also says that it's angel dust
Oh,
that's
yeah.
in those gloves.
PCP. I didn't know you like to get wet.
Where's that from?
Training Day.
I've never seen it.
Oh, my geez, Roma. It won an Oscar.
We need a movie night.
All right. Fine.
Or at least have a list of things to watch.
Yeah. A recommended watch or a
playlist.
required watching.
The
Yeah.
Sensible Sociopath recommended watching playlist.
We should come up with that because I certainly like to make.
Okay. This one has a hair in it. I know.
Does? It's not mine.
It's like,
I don't know if the thing is that good, Roma.
oh, it's that good.
It's probably is it your hair?
By the way, this is the Mothman Prophecies, which is really good.
Yeah. But you don't
No,
get
it
audio
looks-
drops out of it.
No, it looks like fuzz from
Oh.
clothing.
Yeah, it could be
So I can tell how sterile this bacon is.
Yeah, absolutely, Roma. It's so sterile that nothing grows on it, not even hair.
This is.
Pretty good.
I mean, it's bacon. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Totally. And it's single serving. It's good for you. You could sneak it into prison. That's a thing.
I just licked my hands. Uh oh. Now what do I do?
Probably cut your hand or your tongue off. One of the two.
I can feel myself being judged right now
Yeah.
through the internet.
for your bad practices. You'll be one of those tweets of like of the
Mm-hmm.
lady saying, "Don't touch your face."
Yeah.
You know?
Or when Trump went and shook everybody's hands.
Yeah. Well, then
I don't know what to do with my hands.
that's just because you're tripping balls, Roma. There was acid on that.
Graceful Grizzly says the sensible cinema.
Ah, yes. The sensible cinemaphile. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot
Sarah,
of-
bagged bacon. You're late to the conversation.
Oh shit, we're way past that.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I had a biohazard bag, and so I put bacon in
I
it.
thought you were going to say biopsy.
Yep, a biopsy, and I put bacon in it.
Okay.
No. And I put bacon into the biohazard bag,
Okay.
and then I took a picture of it and posted it on social media, and I put your move.
So wait, the bacon was in the biohazard bag?
Yeah. And so you're like, oh, I really want that bacon, but it says biohazard. It was a little, I think it was a little high.
Little highbrow?
Not highbrow, but it was a
You had to
little
think about it.
cerebral.
You had
Yeah.
to think about it.
Because people are like, what? It's bacon in a bag. I'm like, no, but you want that bacon, don't you? Yeah. And then you're like, oh, no.
See, that needs to be a meme.
What's that, doo-doo bacon?
That
You
needs
know?
to be a meme.
Yeah.
See, I think you're a meme machine before there was memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah. I don't know. Those memes, some of them are so clever, though. Well,
Dude, some of them are really fucking clever.
no, yeah.
People are brilliant
Yeah.
and twisted.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this today. I mean, thank God for memes because what would we do without them, especially during quarantine?
I think it's really going to be a renaissance of memes. Well, but then again, okay, yes. People are going to be idiots on their social media. They're going to be pent up. And by this, I mean
Agitated.
like famous people and
Yeah,
stuff are
yeah.
just going to be making this weird shit because they have no one to stroke their egos. They don't have any parties to go to for people to validate them. So they're going to be all over that. And then it's going to backfire on them because they're so out of touch.
Yes.
All this
agreed.
crazy shit's going to come out and they're
Absolutely.
just going to
They're
make
already
fools
doing
of
it.
themselves.
They're already doing it.
Yes.
So,
Like who? Who's some of your favorites that have been...
well, there was that whole Imagine song,
Oh, God.
which was
Gal
really
Gadot.
bad. I can't believe they didn't even put like music behind it or anything.
Yeah.
They just sang it. They were
Yeah.
all out of tune. It was terrible.
Nobody mastered it or like tried to balance any
No.
of the voices.
Like I
or...
said, they didn't even put music behind it. Like if
Yeah.
I did that, I would at least put music behind it. And trust me, if we did that,
Mhm.
it would have been way better.
You think we should do that with just like the two of us where we just sing half the song and then do the other?
We should
song?
totally do that.
It's just like, God, this is really thoroughly embarrassing.
Did you see Madonna's bathtub?
Oh, that was, yeah.
First of all, what's going on with her face?
She's Asian now, Roma.
Something's going
she's
on
absolutely
there.
Asian.
She does not look like.
Which Asian ladies are beautiful.
Oh, I think they're great.
Yeah. But not
Stunning.
when you used to be an English white lady. She was a Bronx. Wasn't she from Detroit? No, she was Detroit, I
Was it
think.
Detroit?
Yeah. And then
And then she became.
she went to
English.
England and became a pretentious bitch.
And then she wore an eye patch for a while.
Well, pirate.
She was
play.
a super villain or whatever.
Okay.
And now she's doing too many facelifts.
So wait, Dan Crenshaw's ripping off Madonna?
I know.
What a bastard.
Hers were studded though. He hasn't gone that far.
Yeah. Well, you know, once he goes through his midlife crisis, I'm sure he'll start doing some weird shit.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah. But, you know, I just think she's probably misunderstood. Oh, no, wait. I understand her perfectly. She's an asshole.
Okay, can you see the chat?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
I mean, I can read a little.
What did Sarah say there? She said Mima can see. Mima.
Me Macarena?
I don't know what that says. Don't fuck
Roma,
anything
cover
up.
for me.
So
I'm panicking.
yeah. So what's the deal with airlines? I mean, they're closing all over, and Trump's trying to bail them out. But
Bro.
seriously, they don't do peanuts on airplanes anymore.
That's true. You can bring coronavirus.
But you can't bring peanut allergies. What does that say?
Mamaraka? Mamaraka?
Mima. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Sarah, you better spell stuff phonetically and in caps if you want me to read it. I'm a little far away. Me and Roma are social distancing, even from our technology, except the microphone.
So Adulting Donnie says that blonde's a smoke show, and I say yes.
Which one,
Steve,
me?
you're hot. You are hot.
Oh,
I'm your
well,
sister, and
yeah.
I still think.
Thank you.
You know,
Damn.
I can't.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
My Tinder profile's going to blow up. Hold on. The show's over, everyone. I got some sluts to find. I'm
Hi,
just kidding.
hi, Adulting Danny.
Hello, Adulting Danny.
He also has a podcast. I don't know if it's called Adulting Danny or
Mm-hmm.
not.
I saw him on the Instagram.
The Grams, as we call them.
Yes. The
Mm-hmm.
IG.
The
It's one of those Freudian things. IG, ego, and super ego. You know. Actually, that is kind of fitting. There's a joke there somewhere.
meme-mance, like romance.
Oh,
Aha.
yes.
I'm glad one of us knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, did she put a hyphen in there?
No,
See, the
actually,
first
Adulting
time-
Donnie is the one that pointed it out.
Oh, okay. You see, this is good. We're interpreting. We're collaborating.
We're not the sharpest tools in the shed. I mean, I'm not.
Uh, I'm not about things that I haven't heard before. But this is how we learn, Roma, you see? This is when the audience gives back. Also, when they subscribe and download our podcast off of their favorite podcasting
Did I say
platform.
Adulting Donnie or Adulting Danny?
Danny?
I meant Donnie.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Sorry, there's another Dan in the chat room, and so I
Yes.
said it wrong. I know it's Donnie. I'm
Yeah.
aware of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I apologize.
yeah. You could plug his Instagram. What was it?
It's Adulting Donnie.
Yeah, Adulting Dottie.
Yeah.
Just one word, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Sorry, Dan and
yes.
Don.
Yeah. We got a new computer and everything, and so everything's
We'll
all
just blame
screwed
it on
up.
that. That's
right.
fine. Yeah.
Exactly. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Roma, did you want to show us some stories and some things? Want to bring some people in?
Let's see what we got going on.
Now, Roma and I were discussing all the coronavirus things coming up, and I'm sure there's probably some of that little turned in here, or did you steer away from that, Roma?
No, I have a couple of different things.
Yeah, awesome.
Graceful
let's
Grizzly
rock.
says, no worries, Dan.
So,
Okay, so let's start off with something. Thank you, Daniel. Dan says, I'm forgiven.
all right.
So, turns out that Christmas lights are a thing again. So, Christmas lights are back. People are trying to brighten spirits amid coronavirus fears.
So wait, are people putting them up?
They're putting them up in March because of the coronavirus.
Just to they've
Make
got a
it
staple
more
gun.
festive.
Okay, all right.
So
That's actually kind of cool. So like even Christmas trees and stuff.
well, it says it's beginning to look a lot more surreal. Like it's beginning to look a little like the more surreal Christmas anyone's ever seen. About
Huh.
10 million Americans are now under instructions to shelter in place to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Okay.
I think it's more than 10 million.
Let's see. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So what we're seeing now feels to be equal parts of do-over of 2019 and grabbing at something that feels warm and comforting.
It said Brian something, the host of the Christmas Past podcast. Like, does this guy fill the entire year with Christmas?
How would you do
content?
that?
Obviously he's.
We should
people
pick a
go see
holiday
him.
and just do it.
Oh, I was gonna send people over there because Brian Earl has been working hard until now. It's when it all comes together.
I read the article earlier, and basically what it was saying is that because of everything that was going on at the end of the year last year, especially with impeachment and stuff, that people, I think, feel a little cheated. They kind of feel like Christmas maybe wasn't really enough of a thing.
Yeah.
And now with everybody stuck in their homes, they're like, fuck it, let's put up Christmas lights.
Yeah,
So I thought it was kind of cool.
that's cool. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
actually pretty cool.
way to get into the spirit.
Yeah, well, and it's good. I think as Americans, we need to be resilient, even if it is a little out of place. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a very kind of family-centric holiday. So you're in your homes with your family, doing your podcast, and
Yeah, it looks like it's really a thing. There's a lot of pictures here.
a lot of them are LED, so it's good for the environment, or it's not bad for the environment. I'm sure you have boxes you're probably going through in your garage that you just haven't been in a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Roma's feel-good story of the day. All right, let's get to the horror shows.
Okay. How about Tinder? Anybody like Tinder?
I'm on there right now, yeah.
Okay, so Tinder warns wannabe hookups to keep social distance for COVID-19 safety.
All right, I absolutely read that yesterday.
Did you on
On Tinder, yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's funny because the whole point of Tinder is to eat someone's ass, Like
Absolutely.
as fast as possible. It's literally like, how fast can I eat your ass?
No, they make you. It's like, oh, sorry, lady. I thought we were going out for coffee. No? All right. Can we get coffee after? Because I'm going to have a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, well, now you can't do that anymore. So
I can't get the coffee?
no, you can't because coffee shops are closed.
All right. But the ass is fine.
If you can get it.
I'll try.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But there's some real super sluts out there that are going to be cleaning up.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just need to find one of them.
Oh, I think I did find one. Hold on.
All right. Let's talk to her.
Let's see if I can find this here. Which one was it?
Roma's looking up super sluts for me. That's perfect.
Oh, I think this is a different one. So did you hear of the licking toilet seat? Or, it wasn't toilet seat. It's the coronavirus challenge.
Yes.
So there was this one. Did you see the one chick? She's an influencer, whatever
Yeah.
that means. Super hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't think she was as pretty as everybody else said she was.
oh well,
But she was cute.
she's cute.
Yeah, she's
cute.
attractive.
Yeah,
She's
sure. I mean, I haven't seen any of her other work. I mean, her face
Yeah.
was cute. I'm sure she had a million filters on and tons of makeup. So I'm sure when you wake up next to her in the morning, it's not that impressive.
Yeah.
But having said that, she licked a toilet seat. And I thought, what a fucking skank.
Mm-hmm.
But
then
so this guy, he went and did it. Influencer reportedly hospitalized with coronavirus after licking toilet. So it's this guy. I heard he was a little feminine. Somebody said he kind of sashayed into the bathroom.
he flaming sashayed like bad, like had his gym bag on his arm, like seriously, like if sparkles could have come off this guy, it would have. If glitter could have followed him into the room, yeah, and not glitter, the Mariah Carey album,
Which was awesome,
oh no, sorry,
by
the
way.
movie, yeah, I'm thinking of Butterfly.
But I mean, so when I see that shit, I think you should go fuck off.
Yeah,
Because seriously, fuck you. Like, everybody is quarantining and you're licking toilet seats and,
Yeah.
and door handles and shit. Like,
but that comes with I think youth. You
Absolutely.
don't take things
Yes.
seriously. And they haven't gone through, I think, enough flu seasons to realize, like, oh no, this is different. Like, because I'm sure that guy's probably 20 or something. So here he is, completely new to the world, and he wants the the boost from it. If he's an influencer,
right.
so it's just going to be a lot of these people doing stupid things. There's people licking deodorants.
Well, and I think he had said that he when somebody gave him a hard, it might not have been him, but one of the, quote unquote influencers or somebody that went viral online, they gave him a hard time about it, and they're like, I make a ton of money doing this shit.
Yeah.
And so it was just, and I get it. But
Yeah.
you couldn't pay me to lick a public toilet seat. I'm assuming most of these people have pre-cleaned them because there's no fucking way that you're walking into some bathroom licking a toilet seat. That is
No.
horrifying.
Now, the only way you would do that is if you were into some like BDSM stuff. You remember the guy that was drinking at that music festival?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. Why?
Do you think he's still up to his shenanigans?
God, I bet he is. He's probably dead because it looked like it was in Europe.
Are you saying he got AIDS, Roma?
He was probably in Italy and he's probably died of the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah. I think that was more German. If you saw the leather and stuff, it just reeked of Germany to me. Or somewhere right around there, some Germanic area.
Yeah.
But anyways, for you that didn't see it, it was probably episode 30, 35-ish. The guy was at a techno festival, and in Europe they have these urinals that are like circular, and so it's not like a trough, but there's separations between each. So it's like basically 4 guys can pee at the same time, but they can't see each other because you're peeing into this indentation of this larger plastic, I don't know, thing.
Right.
But it's like 4 phone booths put together, but you piss in the phone booths. And what this guy was doing is standing around kind of weirdly, and a guy was taping him. And I don't know if the guy was the master in the master-slave BDSM relationship.
You think that's what that was?
Oh, yeah. Or I'm sure he was told to do that. Absolutely. I'm sure he was told to go humiliate himself. And he said, okay. And so he was putting a solo cup in the urinal because for some reason the Germans build their urinals so that they perfectly nestle a solo cup in it. So the guy would piss in it, and the dude would just kind of sneak in between them and just grab it, and then he'd just drink
What
down
a psychopath.
a freaking cup of urine. And then he would move to the next one and try not to look conspicuous while he's wearing a leather chain, and like he looked like the guy from Seven that had to fuck the chick. Do you remember that? In the leather?
Yes.
And he had the
I do
knife on his
remember that.
dick?
Yeah, I was a child
Yeah.
when I saw that.
Yeah.
And if I just was like,
What a great movie.
well, I thought like, honestly, I think even I wasn't quite a child. When did that come out?
97, I think. 96.
Okay. So, but I was young-ish. So I was probably like 13. But I remember thinking how creative it was. Like, who would even think of that? It totally...
Did you turn something up, Roma?
I didn't touch anything.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
I'm just fucking up our recording.
Don't do that.
Well,
Can everybody out there hear us okay?
I'm sure. I'm sure you'd know if they couldn't.
Okay. So what's in the box? Well, you missed it, Sarah.
What's in the box?
Oh, not that box.
No, yeah.
The
Sorry,
other
Sarah.
box. Yeah, no. We had
That's
a
another one on the list, Roma.
yikes.
Gotta recheck it. Roma, I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice because it's March. And we're putting up Christmas lights.
Oh, see, Donnie says people that lick toilet seats are the same people that believe jetliner contrails are government mind control experiments. Well,
Yeah, perfectly reasonable people.
thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's mind control, but something's going on there.
DARPA. I was a governor, a Navy SEAL.
Donnie says mid-late 90s sounds right.
Yeah.
Everybody says yes.
Roger that, yeah. No, that was such a great movie. That's probably my favorite movie when I was young.
Yeah.
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 That one that like changes your life and you're like, that's what I want to do when I grow up. Kill people.
Okay. I think I only ever saw it once.
Oh, geez, Roma. You'd have to see it at least 7 times.
It's a good thing you have your own soundboard.
Why? That wasn't the audience piped in?
No.
Oh, okay. Turns out I'm living a sham.
My whole life is a sham.
Yep, that's right. It's fake news.
I'll wear the leather collar next week, Steph asked.
All right.
Who would? And I'm answering,
Oh.
I would.
Yeah. And
It's
I'll
not-
be the detective. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was thinking I got 7 in that
Are you
one.
Kevin
confused.
Spacey?
Yeah. She begged for her life and the life of a young child.
I need to watch it.
Oh, yeah. So
dude.
good. I mean, even though he fucks kids or whatever.
Is that what happens in it? Oh, in
I mean,
real
sort
life.
of.
IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something you grow into, Roba, or you just.
We already established I'm a
grow out of.
pedophile, so
Oh, yeah. Okay, if you guys have not seen the clip,
instant classic.
what was that? Episode 40? Something like that.
Was it
39,
40?
40. I think it was 40 or 41. Yeah, it's
There's a clip on a YouTube. Well, it's on Instagram too, but on YouTube.
yes, it is so
Seek
funny.
it out.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah. I made a Freudian slip and it was not good.
Yeah. I mean, really, I think we're working through some stuff, Roma. That's what's best about this.
I mean, I've never acted on it.
Yeah.
So
I heard somebody talking on a podcast one time. They were one of those end of life sitters, and they were working at a hospice. And I guess the guy was a comedian or something. I can't remember who it was, but he said I was working with this guy, and he said I don't know if he was in. He's like what he's most proud of. So I don't know if the guy started it or if he started it. And the guy said, "I'm most proud of," as he's dying, "I never touched a kid."
wait,
And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "What do you mean?" Like thinking that, but of course you just let the guy talk and don't, I don't know, question him. Anyways, then he's like, "I didn't even realize he's a pedophile, that his whole life he had spent
not.
trying not to touch kids." I'm like, God damn, that's a fucked up life.
Oh,
Like, especially to
shit.
be like 80 or whatever. Anyways, that's why I think pedophilia is just a sexuality like any other.
Do you really think that?
No.
Oh.
God. Yeah. Oh, that's going to go well with all of our fans. So you're pro? No.
I mean, a big faction is under 12, so
What is it?
a big faction of our
Yeah,
fan base
exactly.
is under 12.
Just luring them into our podcast with candy. Hey, I mean, do kids even like candy anymore?
I was going to say, I think probably puppies would work better.
Yeah. Virtual reality. Jewel. I'll get the kids
Jewel.
in. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's a pedophile's like perfect candy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't attract ants
I'm sure it's not real sweeteners.
like a candy trap would.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have to build a candy trap. And
I saw a meme the other day that was it was a mouse trap, a giant human-sized mouse trap with a toilet paper roll as the bait.
That's awesome.
Speaking of which, I had a horrifying dream this morning.
All right.
It went on way too long.
Okay.
So in the dream, I had one of those toilet paper rolls that you would put like in a public restroom. It's like a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was
Like
like
sandpaper.
yes.
Yeah.
Single ply, super fucking rough. So I had this roll of toilet paper and like I was like, okay, this is mine, because it's coronavirus, it's the end of the world or whatever.
Yep.
And at some point during the dream, I realized that somebody had used 90% of it and like left some like just, there was a little bit on there, but less than what a normal roll would be. And I was fucking pissed. I mean, I was fuming. And I don't know where I was at. I don't know if it was like a house type situation, but I like set up like security cameras to try to figure out like who did it.
Like they broke into your house.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what
Yeah.
the situation was, but like I set up security cameras and like I like had all these feelings that it was like neighbors and like, and I was just like
Paranoia.
super paranoid. And then come to find out it was one of our brothers,
Okay.
not one that's been on the show. And he took it and shredded it in order to hide. I'm assuming it wasn't
Like a rat?
It
Like-
was yes.
Like a nest?
It wasn't clear in the dream, but I think he was trying to propose to his girlfriend, and so he was trying to hide the ring. So he like shredded all this. I was so fucking mad.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. And
That's
I woke
crazy.
up and then I went and I looked at my toilet paper and I was like, okay, it's fine. Like I still have toilet paper. Because I went to the store the other day and I actually have some toilet paper. Like I just went and bought a bundle because I was like, I think the end of the world's coming. I should probably grab some while there still is.
Yeah.
But like I went to the store the other day and there was literally one box of Kleenex brand tissues on the shelf and everything else was gone.
Jeez.
And so I think it traumatized me.
Yeah. It's definitely a different thing to go through this type of a period in your life, because it's really unprecedented. They say that nothing like this has ever happened. outside of probably 1918, which I don't think there's anyone that really remembers that's still alive. But the funny thing about the one in 1918 was I guess it killed more like 20 and 30-year-olds, younger, I guess back then it was almost midlife.
Yeah, seriously. If you made to 60, you were fucking. It was a good life.
But it killed like the high percentage of like a quarter of the Earth's population, and it was right when World War I was going on.
Yeah.
So it was right towards the end of World War I.
Yeah.
So there were all these young people all together in these terrible conditions, forced to kiss each other for warmth, probably. And
Okay, hold on one second. Did you ever watch the show Taxi?
yeah,
Did you ever see the episode where I think they're stuck in a taxi
makes sense.
and they're freezing to death, so they say that they need to take their clothes off and huddle in order to transfer body heat?
Okay.
Ever since then, I've thought, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, I've thought about it a lot.
I think that's how you trick women into fucking in
Okay.
emergency situations. Because you're like, you know what creates some more heat?
And you know what? I could totally that might even be an episode. I could have totally made it up in my head, but I'm pretty sure like Nick at Night,
Yeah.
Taxi.
You were dreaming of Christopher Lloyd and Danny DeVito
Oh,
huddling
geez.
naked
No,
in a
there's
taxi.
definitely a girl involved.
And what was his name?
I feel like it was one of the main characters. The guy with the big nose.
All right.
You don't remember him?
Was it the Jewish one? The one that was the
I'm
father
sure.
on...
I think they were all Jewish.
Okay. That seems a bit... What about Tony Danza?
Oh, Tony Danza.
Yeah. He was Italian, Roma. I hear he has a big hog.
Okay, apparently you can't just type in the word taxi and it assumes that it's the show.
The television show from 4 decades ago. No, wait. 5 decades ago. Was it?
It's been a long... Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, let's see. I found it.
Yeah, it's Tony Danza. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. That's the father from Independence Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's another movie I've never seen.
My son David. Yeah. You'd all be dead without my son David. Yeah. Yes. But I like Christopher Lloyd in that one. He's a good dude. So speaking of shit, Roma,
Okay.
they've started to say that this coronavirus actually has a gastrointestinal portion to it, or component to it. So that diarrhea is now on the list of symptoms, early symptoms.
I did actually hear that at one point. They were
Mm-hmm.
talking about some people did have upset stomachs and diarrhea, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't the norm.
Yeah, they were saying like fevers and chills and
I just
whatever.
heard that temporary hearing loss and
Yeah.
loss of taste is a thing.
sense of smell. Yep.
Sounds horrifying.
I mean,
If
you
that
don't have
happened to
any-
me, I'd think I was having a stroke.
But if you don't have any toilet paper and you lose your sense of smell, kind of lucked out, right?
I mean,
Because there'd be shit probably in your trousers.
nobody's probably wiping properly at this point.
I am.
You have a bidet.
Yeah.
I still have a stash of toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. Did you clean out your job before you were let go? Did you take all the toilet paper
Yeah,
with
I
you?
should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Duh,
should've.
Roma.
Well,
You took, yeah. Got to take that, all the surgical masks. Roma works at a pandemic store, and she didn't take anything of value. She's like, I'm going to take this calendar. It's like, it's already got 2 months used, Roma.
Margot says not hearing, taste, and smell. Well, hearing sounds more dramatic.
Hey, closed captioning on Netflix. Fully running. And The Sensible Sociopath also has closed captioning. So...
Oh, you know what we should do?
What? Just kidding.
We should do a commercial break.
Oh, yeah.
Is it too late? Because we're 58 minutes in.
Nope. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Commercial break over. Sorry.
Welcome back to the Sensible Sociopath.
Oh yeah, that was a long break. We do that for the audio.
So we make all them monies.
That's right. So everybody start downloading our podcasts.
Do they have to download it or can they just listen to it?
They can download it or stream it, but if they download it, if they're one of our fans here, they can just download it and then it
Okay.
still counts. as a listen. So
So you don't have to actually listen to it. Ooh.
no, I mean they can.
it's a
you know,
hack.
but especially
Life
like
hack.
if the world's ending, and they have like a banked up thing of podcasts, and let's say the power goes out, you want to listen and not watch. That's what you should do. Save your batteries on your mobile devices. You know, I mean, unless you have like an exercise bike that's hooked up to a generator,
Yeah.
which is totally plausible.
I mean, it's probably a good end of the world tactic.
It's kind of like Swiss Family Robinson here. We make everything out of coconuts and bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
And then there has to be some weird shit going on for the family to continue. Let's hope it doesn't get to that. I need to get a hold of those Tinder sluts.
I almost just sprayed soda in my mouth. No big deal.
Even if it came down to like anybody like having to repopulate the earth, I would not do it because I wouldn't want the responsibility. I would just live out the rest of my life.
I mean, I have
being
no
selfish.
urge to.
Yeah.
I figure
Exactly.
we could just all die. It's fine.
Yeah, if there were like two people and they
That
were
sounds like a lot of work, especially for a woman. Guys are just like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I mean, as a woman, it's like, no, fucking no.
yeah, and then she's all, ugh, you just want to push her off a cliff. You know? Hey, let's go look at the top of this cliff. Why? Man, my legs hurt. Yeah, you'll like it. And then they'll make a Netflix special about you. Like, because you thought the world was unpopulated, but it just turned out you got lost.
So Stephanie says that we all have a bidet. It's called a shower. Well, yeah, but I don't.
That's true.
I try to shower once a day.
And
Sometimes twice.
we've talked about this before, where you have to, Roma, how do you push stool down the drain?
With your toes.
With your heel, Roma.
Oh, I thought it was with your toes.
Yeah, that's what I made fun of you for. Remember?
No.
I was like, Roma, no, it's made for pushing down drains.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't learned my lesson
I think that was a
yet.
clip too.
Was it?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so. Somebody find out if that was a clip that we put out. We'll wait.
Grizzly says, at least we have the Tiger King, am I right?
Oh, shit. Yeah. All
So
right.
we have not watched it
Yeah,
yet.
not yet. But this next episode, we're going to have bring something to the table about
Yeah,
it. We'll
yeah.
have to start up this conversation
Yep.
because it almost looks too good to watch.
It's just blowing up.
Yeah.
All anybody's talking about.
Yes. But-
See, I have a Netflix special watching buddy, and we can't see each other. So I haven't actually watched any Netflix specials in like a month.
Wait, is it Bill Cosby, Ghost Dad? Is that your Netflix buddy and you can't see him because he's a specter?
That would be interesting, but no.
I'm just going to tell you to be careful.
Yeah.
What's his taste funny?
What do they call that?
Date rape.
Scissor?
Oh. Yeah, or that.
I think scissor leads to date rape.
Yeah, just whatever community you're in at the moment. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Here we call it, yeah.
Donnie says he wants to go watch a movie. This show is way too interesting to leave. Thank you.
Hey, perfect.
We think
That's
so.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tell your friends and bring them in because we want to party with everybody. Yeah, I was asking somebody. On Tinder, I really offended this girl because she was like 23 or 24, just got out of college, obviously. She's smart and has stuff to prove or whatever. And this was our first interaction together. So I said, "Oh, you're not one of those liberal blah blah blahs from college, are you?" She's like, "No, I'm pretty, I'm pretty moderate." And I'm like, "All right." I was like, "Hey, oh no." Okay, so I said, and I talked about this in an early episode, but I said,
This is going to be good.
I said I have a fat tongue.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like wide, and so it sits on my teeth all the time. So I always bite my tongue.
Is that not a thing?
No, not for most people. Okay, so one time I was getting drilled by a dentist,
Okay.
and he had injected me.
That wasn't sexual.
No, yeah. Are you almost done? I need this plaque. Yeah. This tray's getting uncomfortable. He's got me bent over his desk while tray in my mouth. So after that, he was drilling my teeth, and he was like, you have a. He's like, I'm gonna need that tongue thingy, and she's like, what? The dental hygienist.
Yeah.
And so she reaches down into this drawer and like has to dig through stuff, and they take out this thing that's like, it looks like a lollipop, like a crazy lollipop thing, because it's like plastic, and he jams it in, and it's a tongue holder. He's like, I never have to use this, but it's something to hold my fat tongue to the side because it was like I couldn't help it, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before, but I was like, do I have a fat tongue? He's like, yeah. And so I was talking to this girl, and I said,
I love this story.
I said, I have a fat tongue like someone with Down syndrome. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and I'm texting her. I'm like, no, you know, like they have fat tongues. It's one of their characteristics.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Absolutely, yeah. And so I'm just like half a chromosome away, you know?
Right.
So
Your head is a weird shape too.
yeah, my ears are a little bit too low and my eyes are kind of squinty. Yeah, totally. It's like Corky from Life Goes On. So she's like, that's ableist. And I'm like, oh, well, sorry. I didn't know, you know, I'm not making fun of them. I'm just stating what their characteristic is. I'm like, people have characteristics. I'm sorry. It's medical.
Right.
So I tell somehow I kind of like brought it all together from that one. And then I was talking to her and I said, hey, now that there's this whole Bill Cosby thing, do you think that makes Ghost Dad a horror movie instead of a comedy? Which is where it's a movie that no one has seen, but it's a movie where Bill Cosby,
I haven't seen Independence Day, but I've seen Ghost Dad, so
well,
let's just straighten out the record
priorities
here. Yeah.
Yeah, and he ends up dying and then coming back, and I think it's basically like Ghost, but it's Ghost Dad. And she flipped out, and I ended up arguing with her for like 45 minutes about just everything, just oversensitivity, and you know how she's like, oh, white privilege and patriarchy and all this, you know, all that stuff that white girls from college say,
right?
You know, about privilege, and you
right.
know, like, you have no idea about me, you know, like where I grew up, all that stuff. Anyways,
that's awesome.
Yes, it's probably one of my favorite conversations I've ever had. And she's like, hang up, coward, or unmatch me, coward. I'm like, no, I'm enjoying this. And so eventually,
wait, she called you a coward?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I enjoy this. I'm like, I'm having fun. Are you not having fun? She's like, just
super
amped.
Oh
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
But she didn't want to admit that I was like, she didn't want to give up. So yeah, it was pretty awesome because eventually she did, or maybe I agreed to let her win because she's like, you just think you're smarter than everyone. I'm like, I just said how you were smarter than me. I you know, I'm just trying to keep up with you and have some fun. She's like pushing all this stuff onto me. I'm like, oh.
20-something feminists and don't want to have fun.
Nah. I mean, she probably thought it was kind of fun on a level. It's just probably like, I kind of like that guy, you know, because he's calling me on bullshit, and you know.
Grizzly says a true moderate. I don't know if you are or she was.
I'm sure she, because she.
Donnie says, my dentist hates me because I have a pierced tongue. He told me to at least use a plastic bar. And I said, but they always break. And he says, yeah, think what they're doing to your teeth. And true story, I actually have several chipped teeth from a tongue piercing that I got rid of for that reason. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. In the back. I mean, it's not there. It's just superficial. It hasn't like affected anything. But I actually, and the other day I was thinking about too, because one part is kind of sharp and I might have a fat tongue. I'm not really sure what the standard is. Yeah. But every once in a while, you just know.
Yeah.
It'll rub and I'm just like, God, I need to get that file down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and I used to open beers with my teeth.
Yeah. Cause you're a psycho.
Well,
I think lots of guys used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a try to impress girls kind of thing.
I think I was around a bunch of dudes.
All right. Well, it's like a try to impress dudes kind of thing. Your
Roma.
bras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then you learn from the movie California with a K. Brad Pitt, he does the smack off the
Yes.
table opening. That's a cool way to open.
Do you remember
a beer.
Crystal?
Yeah.
It was at our house and we were having a party and she was trying to do that. And I remember there was a bong involved. I'm pretty sure what happened was she smashed it. It overflowed, and when she was trying to clean it up, she knocked the bong over, and there was
Okay.
nasty bong water everywhere.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Crystal.
Yeah. It was one of those like, check it out, dude. Psh, just kidding. Party foul after
Yeah.
party foul
You're so
after party.
cool. Way to play
I'm sure
it cool.
I'm sure we were really fucked up.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure young and not able to, create.
You were probably there.
Probably.
Probably.
Not that Crystal had anything to do with this, but one time I was offered a double blowjob.
Okay.
I didn't follow.
What does
through
that
with
even
it.
mean? 2 girls at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a bathroom.
In a bathroom? Good job.
That's what you call regret, Roma. Well, because one was into it and one was not.
That's called a single blowjob.
No, it didn't happen though. But she was trying
That's
to
funny.
recruit her friend.
That's so funny. I only do it if you do it.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
not
didn't want to
really.
be the only skank. She needed her friend to okay her skankiness.
Her other friend liked me, so the one who liked me wouldn't do it with the
Oh.
one who was offering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It's bullshit. Yeah, way to hold on to your pride. Yeah, that's what's important right now when I have a podcast. Like 7 years later. Maybe a little more.
Donnie says he definitely opened beers with his teeth to impress chicks. He goes, wait, what? And you declined? No, you didn't decline.
I didn't decline. I didn't have the skills to pull it off.
Right.
And like convince, and I didn't have the desire to really either, because neither one of them was like not my type, because it's my type varies, but just I'm like, is it worth the trouble? And like now I'd be like, oh, this will be awesome, but then it was like,
Was it a high school thing? Because you still
Yeah.
got to see these people.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know these people very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hey, remember last night when you guys both went down on me? Weird, huh?
Yeah. That's not.
You're in math class.
Yeah.
I could see that being.
That's. I have the ability to deal with that stuff now, but back then it's like a little.
Well, and once
Okay.
again, you don't the same. Well, it's like having sex with somebody at work. It'd be like having sex with 2 coworkers at work and like trying to keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
I could see having sex with 1 coworker because then it's just between you and me. Like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
But then like once you start bringing more than one person into it, and especially in a high school scenario,
Yeah.
it could get really weird really
I mean,
fast.
I didn't want to come off as a slut.
Right.
That could be very damaging.
'cause
to
you're
my
classy.
Podcast.
You're
yeah.
a classy ass bitch.
Yeah. Have you seen my jacket? Calvin Klein.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm fancy like that.
Yeah, you are.
And then another time I was in a hotel room, and we were it was for acting, and obviously you can all tell I'm an excellent thespian, by my cuts to, ripping off my glasses, and yeah. So I was in a room and I had showered to come out, or I'd come out of the shower. It was a 2-dude hotel room, right?
A 2-dude hotel room.
2 dudes, 1 hotel room.
Got it.
In high school. So
That
we
was
were
a
at
really good
state
porn.
champion. Yeah. We start shitting in it. Then no. 2 girls, 1 cup. So I was coming out of the bathroom, and the dude was waiting to go into the bathroom to like take a shower. And so I come walking out in my towel, and he goes walking in, and then I realize that there's 2 girls in the room, and I'm like, "Hey!" And he like shut the door. Like, oh, okay.
Hello,
I
ladies.
just have a towel on, and they were just sitting there, and one was sitting on one side of the room, all the way across the 2 beds, and I was on the bed nearest the door and the shower, because they're right there. And then the other girl was sitting like right there. And so I'm like, I'm probably going to get dressed. And they're like, okay. And they just sat there. And I was like, all right. And so I just dropped my towel. Like, I didn't turn around or anything because I was just like, they're just like, obviously they want to see.
Right.
So I was like, do I turn around and like be a pussy about it, or do I just drop my towel and go for it? And so I dropped my towel, and then we kind of all stand there, and they're not, they're not
They're not
involved.
shielding their eyes.
No, yeah, they're just like, or what? I can't remember exactly what they did because I was a little distracted at the time.
Yeah, you think?
Was it like, let's see how they react? Like, it wasn't that. It was just more like, I feel a little uncomfortable right now. And of course, they're fully dressed.
You called their bluff.
Kind of, yeah, exactly.
They called your bluff? Whose bluff got called?
I think theirs did.
Okay.
Because I just showed them. That
Right.
was like, all right, you want to sit there? Here we go. And so they ended up. So I'm just like that, and then it's like, okay, well, like they didn't move, and I wasn't gonna like go approach girls with my dick hanging out, like hoping that something would happen. Because if it doesn't, then it's like, all right, so
All awkward,
anyways, and then I get
Hey,
dressed.
ladies.
Yeah. Got any dollar bills or what? What are we doing here? We probably got 10 minutes before he's done taking a dump. If you want to mess around, 'Cause
I'm
sure
sure
he was
they're
probably
just waiting
shitting
for
in
him to come out, too.
there. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, I got dressed, and I think me and one of the girls hooked up a while later. But do you want to hear the time with the 3 girls?
It depends.
I should probably save this one.
Yeah, you should save this
It's
one.
pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I've had a lot of interesting experiences. It turns
Yeah,
out.
it sounds
Yeah.
like it. I've had a couple of things that I shied away from. I feel like as a girl, you're a little more like, I think I'm just gonna tiptoe it on back a little
Yeah.
bit.
And especially when you're young, you're
Yes.
like, ooh,
Once
I'm
again-
gonna do this, and then
Unless there's alcohol involved. But once
Yeah.
again, like I think it's like you just don't have the social abilities
Yes.
you don't have the self-esteem, you don't have the self-awareness, you don't just to navigate weird situations. Like now as an adult, I don't really get uncomfortable.
yeah,
Like, I mean, there's a difference between like uncomfortable and creepy, but like in general, it's just
I
like,
ride that line.
yeah, yeah.
Kind of where I
you just
live.
kind of, you just kind of, you're like, well, this is happening. How am
Yeah.
I going to handle this one?
Totally. Well, and I think that at that point, it's like you have enough hormones that you get yourself into trouble, but you don't have enough like life experience to follow through with that. Like you can be sort of taken advantage of or shy away. Like those are your kind of 2 advantages or
I find that drugs and alcohol helps a lot.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Open up that shell. But I also think with like Generation Z now, they've grown up with porn readily available all the time,
Oh, yeah.
and so all they, their whole life is all, violence, sexuality, I don't know, 24-hour news cycles. It's interesting.
Donnie says that he's stealing the I ride that line.
Absolutely. This is all up for grabs. We're just we're trying to help people here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a growing experience.
See, but you need a really good co-host to set you up for those lines. That's the hard part to find. Is anybody can hold these lines. It's
No, not anybody can hold these lines. You're special.
being
Little-
able to execute it though.
Like you're riding that line of Downsy. So
Yeah, exactly. It's like I've hit this ultra. It's like this frequency in nature that, only me and a few other weirdos that look really weird. And it's like, I think Stephen King's on that line. Because if you look at him, he
for
looks
sure.
a little downsy.
He's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But brilliant.
Yeah, totally. I'm sure, he writes articles, he writes a few books.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a couple. Yeah.
I think magazines mostly.
Yeah.
He's a magazine guy.
I actually read a book. I didn't read it. I listened to it on Audible, but I think it's called The Art of Writing.
Yeah, that's supposed to be really good.
It is really good.
Okay.
You should, do you listen to Audible at all?
Not Audible.
He reads it, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
Is that
It's
a
Audible.
membership or is that?
Yeah, it's a membership.
Okay.
You can. I think you can buy individual books, but I have a membership. It's
Okay.
$15 a month, and they give you like a credit every month.
Okay.
And then, because most books are over $15, so if you do
Yeah.
$15 a month, you get a credit, and then you can accrue credits. And if you don't like the book, you can return the book and get your credit back. It's really cool. I like it a lot.
Interesting. And what's the credit? What does that mean? Like
It's worth one
a
book.
month?
It's worth one book. So,
Okay.
like probably right now, I probably have 4 credits because I haven't used any in a while. So then
Okay.
I can go and cash them in for books that I want.
And how long is an audio book?
It depends. A lot of times
Like-
they'll be, anywhere from I think your average book is probably like around 8 hours
Okay. Yeah.
ish.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I mean, there's books that are 4, there's books that are freaking 20.
Yeah.
So it just really depends.
And that's not bad, $15 for that.
It's great. You
Amount of
listen to it in your car, you
entertainment.
listen to it while walking the dog, like whatever.
Mhm.
So doing dishes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do that, but
Yeah, me neither.
yeah. I'm not a lady, Roma.
Yeah, I was going to say cleaning's for women.
That's right.
Do you want to see a video before we go?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me switch scenes here.
Oh, il pretty Siberia impersonante del sociale.
Okay, so
Sorry, I don't
Italian
speak Italian
priest
as well as I think I do.
accidentally live streams mass with Facebook filters active.
Oh, snap.
It's awesome.
That guy's downsy too.
Oh, I thought that was you.
Roma.
Here we go.
He's setting up some
Because
kind
everybody's dying in Italy, you can't go to church.
Oh, yeah.
So he's
Oh, yeah.
streaming.
Buonasera, ci ritroviamo insieme per pregare, io in chiesa e voi a casa. Oggi è venerdì di Quaresima,
Did he say
vogliamo
OJ?
pregare con la Via Crucis e la benedizione eucaristica.
That's pretty awesome.
Tell me that's not cool.
Yeah. Do you think that was on purpose or do you think that was. I don't know.
I think he was just trying to get Instagram clout.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he knew because then again, his eyesight might not be that great. So when you set it all the way back and
No, honestly, I think it was on accident.
yeah,
But it's awesome.
that is. I mean, I would imagine. I mean, I'm sure the Italians have a good sense of humor, but some people are very, especially older populations, are not as good at, and especially if they go, hey, I don't do social media because I'm a priest,
Right.
like I actually talk to people in person. So then they're like, oh, you have to. Yeah, it sounded like OJ. I'm just saying. He's talking right to OJ. He's like, confess.
Donnie says that he'd rather listen to a podcast, and yes, it did sound like OJ.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Orange juice or Orenthal James. One of the two.
Orenthal. It reminds me of that stuff that you put on cold sores.
Mm-hmm.
What'd they call that? Oragel?
Yeah, Oragel. Ambisol or Oragel.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both the same thing.
Are they?
You can also use clove oil.
Huh.
Yeah, it's an
Sounds spicy.
old remedy. I think since like medieval times.
Huh. I haven't gotten a cold, or I haven't gotten a canker sore since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's the for tooth pain.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why cloves do that. I always imagined with the clove cigarettes that there was some Indian guy who didn't wash his hands properly making
And was
those.
rolling them and had clove on his hands.
No, turds.
Clove turds?
Just regular turds. In the clove cigarettes.
Hmm.
Do you remember those ones? They had the little tie thing around them. And your friends were like, these are so cool. I'm like, no, they're not. Yeah.
I don't think I ever had the. Oh, maybe.
They were kind of like ecstasy, Roma.
The ecstasy cigarettes?
Yeah.
Or
Except.
the
I had heard-
ecstasy pill.
Yeah.
Do they make ecstasy anymore? I feel like
Roma.
it's only Molly.
Roma, there's wave runners. I don't know if you've seen. Okay, if you guys haven't seen our clip with the Wave Runners, you
Classic.
should absolutely see that. That
That's
was
a
episode
classic.
39,
Okay.
I believe.
There's
Maybe 35.
Yeah, there's clips on Instagram and on YouTube.
Yeah, so you should check that out. And we about ready to rock and roll?
Yeah,
Roma?
we're at 124.
All right. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Please share us with your friends. That's the most important thing because we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are also available on every major podcast platform, so please download our stuff because that's how we get paid. And you can check us out every Friday night, and we're trying to do one every Sunday now too. So please turn your notifications on.
Yep.
And then check out the Sensible Sociopath podcast on Instagram.
Yep. Very active there. That's our
yes.
most active platform.
If you haven't seen the work Roma does on there, it's amazing. I was looking back through them all.
Yeah.
Just amazing how different and complex and the hidden jokes and things that are all in it.
Thank you.
Super, super good. I would recommend it if it had nothing to do with my podcast. I would
Nice.
still recommend it. Yes.
Thank you.
So, Roma, thank you very much. Do you have any other plugs I missed? We got Facebook. Also Twitter I've started doing, but I'm not really that into it yet. So I'll start letting people know.
Start pushing that later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot for everybody showing up. So Adulting Donnie,
There's Dan,
Graceful
Sarah,
Grizzly, Dan, Sarah, Margot,
Stella
Stephanie, Stella Sin,
Steve was in there.
Steve,
Mm-hmm.
S and H. I'm sure one of the two or both. You guys are great. And thanks for checking us out. And we'll be back to entertain you some more on the coronavirus quarantine.
Woo!
So much fun.
So
And listen to our outro. It's funny.
yeah, our outro's funny. Our logo's not working, so sorry guys. Next time though. Good
It sort
night.
of works.
Just kidding, it is working. Ah.
Yeah, I read a survey once that like 98% of people die.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Europe would be a fraction of the size that it is today, if not for incest.
It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
Content and stories and whimsy and a little love.
So they say the big one's coming. For California.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Was she a great big fat person?
That's right.
Have you ever seen how many clothespins you could get on your scrotum? You ever dabbled in the dark arts?
Guess what? I don't have to fuck the goats anymore.
It's actually quite a bit of fun.
Hashtag them too. I have no control over life.
If I had a keyboard, I'd be able to help you.
What dude hasn't tried to blow himself? 8 3/4 is totally fine.
They say that you can kill yourself.
Mark Hamill as a voice actor is absolutely phenomenal.
People get really, really hostile really, really quickly.
Rape and incest.
Oh, we started talking about crazy Joe Biden and they shut us down.
I got the ultra AIDS.
Nobody's got AIDS.
You're throwing off my game with your heartbeat and your talking and your breathing.
I have had to stop using my favorite poop phrase.
Why stop at 2 atomic bombs? Why don't we just do the whole team?
Is this one of them left or right-handed coffins? Oh shit. Oh, that's a dick. Sorry, kids.
I'm airing my junk out and I'm looking bold. I've always been a fan of Evan Watson. After she turned 18.
After? That's where you and I are different, my friend.
I mean, I don't have a problem digging a hole and keeping an erection.
It's all about romance.
Texting, talking, touching.
Jumper cables and proper voltage, you could have dead baby movement.
Are you guys judgmental? Me? Not so much. Bunch of Judas Priest albums. Rob Halford's pretty badass.
Yeah, I like Judas Priest.
You know he's gay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.